Everyone. Today we'll be making our custom ship. So let's get into it. Chose the Lusitania as our base. So of course we gotta rename it. Blue Speed. Okay, we renamed the ship and changed the flag. Now this. We'll keep the lower hull the same. Upper hull. Okay, let's upper hull. 255 blue. Hello there, Aquatania. As you can see, I am converting what I believe is, yeah, your sister, Lusitania, into a custom ship. Okay, back to customizing the ship. It's hard to see, but we have this nice regular blue color, not like sky blue or very dark blue, just a nice regular shade of blue. Like my name text up above. See if I could still change it around. Okay, let's add a little bit of green. 100. You know what? I'll just wait for days so you guys can see what it looks like. So, now lower hull. 0, 0, lots of red. Max red. There we go. Okay, so the bottom of our funnel should be green, so not green, yellow. So 225 and 225. Okay, we just turned the Lusitania into a White Star Line ship, or a Canadian Pacific Steam Line ship, because the Canadian Pacific Steam Line had stripes going around the black stripes going around the funnels, like Cunard Line, as we saw with Empress of Ireland. And I think we'll keep the funnel tops the same, black, just plain black. So here's what we have. We have a blue hull, red lower hull, white superstructure, and some nice yellow funnels. I'm actually going to see if I could change this blue one more time. That looks a little too cyan. That's not even a blue. Okay, this looks a little nice. Let's do one more. Here is the upper hull with 170 of blue. Looks a bit nice. And here we are, the Blue Speed. We got a nice 225 red lower hull, a nice 225 and 170. 225 for blue and 170 for green. Blue hull and 225 funnels. So let's load up. Full capacity. And let's go. Might actually have to reverse to turn around so we can get going to New York. Okay, quickly spawned in New York. I mean, Halifax, because my custom ship is a Canadian vessel, so it makes sense for the ship to be from Halifax to New York. So let me change the port of registry quick. Port of registry. I have changed it to Halifax. If we look on the stern there is Halifax. And what? Oh, there's an ice field. Good thing we didn't turn here too much, otherwise we would have crashed into an ice field. But what I like about this, because if we look at the stern, there's some nice yellow stripes going at the back, so that's a nice touch. And we are in the storm. So, that's nice. Oh, hopefully a rogue wave doesn't crash into the front of our ship like the real Lusitania. But let's see if we can make it to New York on time with not being torpedoed. Hey, there's another Lusitania, Mauritania, and Aquitania ship. So, yeah. So if the blue speed sinks, the blue speed 2 will be introduced. But let's hope we can make it to New York without sinking. As the ship is leaving the port of Halifax, headed for New York. Now, if you were actually on a boat going from Halifax to New York, it would be pretty easy. Just get into the boat. You would just have to make a big turn into the United States from Halifax. So you were in Halifax, you depart, and pretty much you just make a big turn so you can dock up in New York. Wait, if it's raining, why is the oil rig still on fire? Wait, are we about to crash into it? Yes, we are. Evasive maneuver. There we go. We are really rocking and rolling. I don't think the passengers would like this. Ah, crap, I forgot to load up. Dang it. So the Blue Speed had to turn around and come back to Halifax to pick up its passengers. So now we're going to be a little late going to New York. I'm going to keep the lights on because it's pretty dark out. Once again, the Blue Speed departs Halifax, heading for New York. Like I said, if Blue Speed sinks, Blue Speed 2 will be introduced. If you're wondering why the evolution of the Andrea Doria is episode 9 and not episode 8, it's because episode 8 is saved. I saved the spot for episode 8, so it's not going to be the Andrea Doria. It's going to be the Olympic because episode 6 and 7 were the Britannic and Titanic, so it makes sense to make Olympic episode 8 instead of Andrea Doria. That's why I moved Britannic to the playlist. The spot where Titanic was, and that's why I renumbered the series. Wow, we are just really rocking and rolling. I don't think the passengers are enjoying this. I think they might get seasickness. And there's no interior in the ship because it's an older ship, and At the time, in Tiny Sailor's World, old ships did not have interior. But surprisingly, Queen Mary has interior, even though I think it's like an old ship. But I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments. But once we get down to the bottom of the ocean liners, like, hold on. Like, once we get from SS America all the way down to, like, hold on. The Canberra, you will see some interior. And that storm has cleared up, and we nearly got hit by a road wave. Hey, we're sailing by, say, what I believe is the Asama Maru. Yeah, but I think that's actually an AI ship because the ship is not beside us, the green ship. And we're about to hit that oil rig again, so evasive maneuvers, and we turn away. Hey, this gives me an idea. I should do an evolution of the blue speed to see how, for you guys to see how it will sink. So that would be cool. Or we could just straight sink right now if we get hit by a torpedo, because this is the area where mines and torpedoes are common. But I have not been struck by a torpedo in this area lately. So maybe the AI submarines were removed? I don't know. But hey, at least we're not rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna look underwater to see if there are any sea mines or torpedoes. I'm actually going to turn a little close. Actually turn in a bit so we can line up with the New York text. Hopefully that does not result us in getting torpedoed. But if we get pretty close, we probably will. But yeah, no torpedoes or anything. Hey, you can actually see the shadow of the ship underwater there. That's cool. Yeah, no torpedoes. Huh. Interesting. No sea mines either. That's crazy. No hazards on this voyage. I'm probably going to say that, and somebody in a different ship, like a battleship or a submarine, might actually come and try to torpedo me. But let's turn our lights on. Flipping my screen quick. So that's why the screen's gonna rotate. But yeah, it's now becoming night. So we will be coming in to New York pretty soon. Look on the mini-map for any hazards, and I don't see any hazards, so that's good. For a ship called the Blue Speed, it's not going that fast. 24 knots is pretty fast, but not as fast as, like, newer ships, like the SS United States or Queen Mary. But yeah, we had a pretty successful voyage. Oh wait, I can't make the evolution of the... Well, I still can, but I'm just going to spoil this, how the sinking will be, because we had no events happen for a sinking to occur. So let's drop off our passengers. Let's drop off our passengers and sail away. Okay, we have spawned our passengers, and now let's sail out to the open ocean to see how the ship will sink. Okay, the reason why I pressed music toggle and port music toggle, so no copyright. So let's just say the ship is sailing. Let's go make a quick turn to Halifax, but while turning, let's say the ship entered a minefield, and the ship struck a mine. So now the blue speed is started to sink near the port, near New York. Sinking by the bow with, I believe, a starboard or portless. I don't know. You can feel free to tell me if I'm correct, if this is starboard, or if I'm wrong and this is port. Oh, she's going down pretty fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why is she sinking so fast? Oh, there goes the first funnel. Second funnel. The third funnel. And the fourth funnel. And she's going under. And there's the wreck of the Blue Speed. Look out for a future video where the Blue Speed 2 will be introduced. Well, with that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all. Wait, hold on. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And see you all in the next video. Bye.